Well, we're 3 weeks away from the big school high school football season starting, 2 weeks away from the smaller schools here in Arizona. So we're so excited here on Bleacher Talk. Welcome on into the show. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins. And Claudia, I think we got to just dive into what we're looking forward to in week one and throughout this season because I just can't hold off and wait any longer. I can't wait to talk about all these teams and all these great players that we're going to see this year. So as we get ready for week one and in the first couple seasons of the year, what are some teams or some games that you're looking out for?
I'm going to start with I think you make a good point. This won't be the last time we're talking about the week one schedule before week one is actually here because there's so much to talk about. But for me, the front runner and the game that I hope to be at, if it's not 120 degrees because I'm pregnant, I probably shouldn't do that. But if it is cool enough, I will be at Brophy Basha on that Thursday because really that's a game that's been on my radar since the schedule came out, just because Basha, a team that since I've been covering Arizona high school football has emerged as the number one, number two team in the state, really, truly a powerhouse year after year. And honestly, Brophy is a program that if you have watched Bleacher Talk over the years, I have slept on, and it's no knock on Jason Jewell. It was just that he was building the program and I was picking against them wrongfully most of the time. So I really think this season, I don't know if we're doing quick picks. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. I wouldn't know what to do in this situation because Brophy has really, really come to show that they are here to play. Their 2026 class is stacked top to bottom. And let me tell you, when we look at both rosters together, over I think close to 2 dozen players are Division 1 football players or going to be Division 1 football players. So if you want to see an absolute brawl of a game in week one, night one,
Hmm.
definitely go check out Broncos Bears. I think that's the place to be.
Yeah, I mean, Claudia, you're not wrong. Those are two of the most talented teams in the state, and there's gonna be so much discussion about them in the Open this year because Basha's got over 20 players with offers. Brophy's got probably close to that as well. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but that's gonna be such a fun game to watch. But two teams that maybe have less talent but are in the same stratosphere as these two programs the last couple of years, Mesa, Mountain View, and Liberty. That's a game in week one that I'm excited for multiple reasons. With Mountain View, we saw what Coach Litton did in year one last year, getting them to a 6A title game as a team that is resetting a culture. It was slowly building in previous years, and he kind of took it to another level. So I'm excited to see them. And then you talked about Basha being one of the best programs in the state. And Liberty has just become that team. I mean, back to back open division championships. And I picked against them wrongfully a couple times. Last year in week one, I said they're going to win it all. And then at the last minute, I went and picked Basha over Liberty. And honestly, I don't think I would ever pick against Liberty again this season. This is a team that I'm excited for this game in week one because what we've seen from Liberty in previous years is that they come in and they just blow everybody out. Games of 50 plus points are no stranger to the Liberty football program. And so I'm curious to see if they can do that to a team like Mountain View. Because if they come out and do that to a team like Mountain View in week one, it's going to put the rest of the state on notice. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Mountain View can compete, but Liberty is just one of the best programs that I've seen in my time here, if not the best overall program. And so I'm just really excited to see what they do starting in week one on Thursday night. We're getting a lot of great Thursday night games to start the year off. That's super exciting.
We sure are. And I actually want to piggyback off of that for a second because I think the thing that's really interesting about these two matchups as we look at that Brophy Basha as kind of like star-studded. It's kind of got like, that game's underscored, highlighted. People want to see it because they know they're going to see, like you said, a lot of talent. The thing that I've slept on with Liberty year after year, and that has become more true than ever, is that sometimes it's not those teams that are so star-studded. It's the ones that just know how to play good high school football together. And that's something that Liberty has shown year after year. Yeah, they've got like one or two guys that kind of stand above the rest, but they're not just loaded. You know what I mean? But they all just know how to play good football and they know how to play it together. And I think that's actually true for Mountain View in this sense too. So I think these are just two, in a sense, polar opposite matchups where they're both very good games. There's four very good teams. If you want to watch good football, you're not going to go wrong with either of them, but they really are different. So I think that's cool. One thing I want to throw your way before we head over to see at USD Media Day after the break is one player that you're excited to see this season. I want to hear it before we go.
Gosh, Claudia, one player. There's so many amazing guys that I want to see this season, but somebody that I didn't get the chance to watch him last year, and I think I should have, and so I'm definitely going to make it a point to get out and see him early this year, is Tate Reynolds over at Queen Creek. We know he's going to Clemson. I know he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state. I just haven't been able to see him with my own eyes, and so I'm very excited to get out there. I'll likely try to get out there before the season starts, but once pads are on in a game on a Friday night, I want to be in Queen Creek. I want to see their new field this year that you highlighted, and I want to see Tate Reynolds running all over the field, making every play with his arm and his legs. And so that is somebody that I'm super excited to see because I know he's going to be great at the next level, and I know he's already spectacular at this level. So definitely very excited to see Tate Reynolds. I know you've seen him before, but I am definitely thrilled to watch him this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to take my place and go to Queen Creek, I think, this year because I did get a few opportunities to watch him last season. And what you see, in the articles and what we talk about is what you get on paper and on the field every single day. Absolute leader. Looks like he takes total command of that team. So I think that's a great pick there. I'm gonna quick throw out Donovan Dixon, Cactus Shadows quarterback. He's committed to NAU. I also haven't seen him play. This is a plug for Eliav's interview and story with him a couple months back. Go check it out because this kid is a leader in every sense of the word, and I just want to see it come to life. So I don't have much more to say on that because I haven't seen him yet. So that's who Spurgeon and I are going to go see, and we will see you after the break from CUSD Media Day. We'll talk to some of the new coaches in that area.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
I can show my school spirit with every purchase.
I get rewarded for all I do with them, like a rate discount on my first auto loan.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go. So excited.
There's going to be a lot more games that tickets get to that price. So if you want to be a part of them, you better buy season tickets. You better do it right now. You better sell it out because we're going to have a lot more games where this state wants to show up to. Buy your season tickets. Let's make that every single week of next year. Because why would you not want to be in that environment? That's one of the most fun places to be in college football. Why would you not want to do that every Saturday?
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford is taking delivery of over 500 new cars and trucks. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi folks, here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
Get to the top. Till I get to the top. I keep on rocking till I get to the top. Yeah, I keep on rocking till I get to the top. Let's go. I keep on rocking till I get to the top. Can't stop, won't stop, and I never will. I keep on rocking till I get to the top. I keep on rocking till I get to the top. That's right. I keep on rocking till I get to the top. Can't stop, won't stop, and I never
Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins. And Claudia, like you said before the break, you had a chance to go out to CUSD Media Day to catch up with some of the new coaches. What was that like?
It was great. Every year comes around and it's a good opportunity to take a heat check on the teams, see who they bring out for these media days. But for me, the mission was get to know these three new coaches so that you can also get to know these three new coaches. So let's check out more from CUSD Media Day.
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a lot, but it's been great. I was definitely glad. Like, I think we talked and I said, the big thing with the job is I need to get going right away. And so getting with these guys and being able to be here since January and going to work, and because that's how you build the trust. It's all about relationships, and it's truly been a good 6 months. We still have a ton of work to do, but just getting to know these guys and going to work together each day is really how you build something special.
Well, it was a challenge being new. I was lucky that I had 5 guys stay from the previous staff, and they were all good fits right out of the gate. And then I had 2 guys come with me from Lewis and Clark, and so just having that familiarity is huge. But I just kind of hit the ground running. I went to a lot of 7-on-7 events and just started networking, and I found some guys who had not coached in the past but had played at a really high level and had potential to be good football coaches, but are great men, and that's the thing with me is I care a lot about what you know about football, but even more importantly, are you going to treat our kids right? Are you going to be part of the family-oriented culture we're trying to bring? And I feel, boy, I'll tell you, 6 months in, I feel like I got 14 guys that are all going the same direction.
Being the new guy, it's just trust. We want to trust each other, build the relationships. That's been the theme of the off season for me, basically. Coming in, I was working at Dobson and then getting the job, so trying to hold the 2 places down at one time was darn near impossible. So by the time we got to summer, I was able to, that's where we really hit the ground running with the weight room and our 7-on-7 competition. And they were starting to buy into what I was bringing to the table with a new system, because they've had to learn a new system for the past couple years. And so, we're just trying to build the trust, really, of me to them and them to me, because, build that relationship. And I think the tighter relationship we have with one another, the better we're going to perform, not just off the field, but on the field.
I think the biggest thing is just being selfless. Like I told before, like, yes, Chandler is known for, certain things, right? But every year is a new year. Definitely what we can do to honor that is put a great product out on the field. But these guys have been going to work every day for us. And I know, they feel that. Let's get, the rich tradition of Chandler and all the alumni that come back, they want to get it back to where, they had it. And I know these guys, putting in the work and continuing to do that can leave that impression to where we can get it back to where it was.
I think Castile is really knocking on the door. I think in the next few years we can make a run and be one of the most competitive programs in the state. The things we've done, I felt like when I got there that the kids were not as close as I'd like them to be. I think there was division between offense and defense, division between classes. I didn't feel like our seniors really hung out with their younger kids, and we dove into that right out of the gate. We did a team bonding event every single week for about 2 months. I mean, we did mini golf, we did, what else we did? Volleyball tournament, we went to the girls' basketball game, the volleyball game, the cheerleading competition, and the kids just got to spend time together, and that's what you need to do, and so they've taken to that. We talk a lot about being a family and a brotherhood who play for each other, and I think you'll see that from our team this year.
I look at myself, I'm not much of a screamer and yeller. I'm more of a teacher. I want to teach what we're going to do, and I try to teach them to the best of our ability, and that's a trickle down with our coaching staff as well. The society today is a little bit different than back in my era, where you'd get hollered at. some kids just don't respond to hollering, and you know, you don't know what their home lives are, and if you're going to holler there, then they got to go home to the same thing. It's more of a nurturing atmosphere. Now, can I lose my mind from time to time? Yes, but then when they know, oh my gosh, Coach Z's losing his mind, then he's really mad. But you know, it doesn't really happen that often. It's more about building the relationship, the trust, and educating them and teaching them how we want to execute, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams.
Really came down to the support that's around it. I'm a big believer that people make a place, and have the ability to work for an athletic director in Jermaine Whitaker that's a football guy at heart, that kind of shares the same vision of what McClintock could be. And then even at the district level, to have the ability to work under a Dave Huffine, who's one of the pioneers in Arizona high school football and did it at the highest level. So to be able to be mentored by those two guys and have the ability to bring this program back to its glory days, being in Tempe with the whole Activate the Valley and everything that's going on at ASU, I don't think there's a better place in Arizona to be.
It's a lot more structured than last year, for sure. It's a lot more consistent, I would say. Everyone's pushing each other, I feel, in a different way. It's a lot different from last year, and I really appreciate him coming here. I feel like a lot more support for outside of football aspects. You know, he helps the students a lot more, and he really is showing that he cares a lot.
Coach Go coming in, I feel like we're continuing to move this program forward. We learn every day, and we're working just as hard as last year, if not more. And I feel like it's going to be a good season.
It's very lively. It's very hard work. If you don't want to work hard, you can get up out of here. That's what it is.
Exactly. We're trying to set a culture and change it. We've got great kids that graduated here last year. We got some great kids coming up, but we're teaching them what it means to be a full student athlete, taking care of business in the classroom. I'm a big believer on how you do anything is how you do everything. So we want to be leaders on campus. We want to be the example of what this student body wants to reach, and then teaching them how to work. There is no secret sauce. There is no special flip to switch. We got to show up consistently day in and day out and outwork everybody in the Valley. We're not blessed with extreme talent like we were last year, but on the flip side, it's awesome because it's a great opportunity for all these young kids to kind of step in and carve a role for themselves.
You're here for working hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's an intense program, so if you're gonna come into the program, you better be ready, because this ain't nothing to play about, honestly, because everyone here, we come here to work hard, be proficient, and we don't really care about that, you know.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
There are no hidden fees. I checked the fine print.
They give back to the community I'm working to conserve.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? All right, ready, let's go.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Now bust a move, bust a move, bust a move.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I wanted the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
buy your season tickets. Let's make that every single week of next year. Because why would you not want to be in that environment? That's one of the most fun places to be in college football. Why would you not want to do that every Saturday?
Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon. And before we remind you what time in the show it is, let's remind you what time of the year it is, because we are just weeks away from the start of the season, which means things on X are starting to roll out, or at least we hope so. But really, the only proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is being served by Eliav Gabai. So what do you have for us this week for Social Spotlight?
I like that. I like that. Lunchman Eliav over here dishing it out. Well, Claudia, they always say practice how you play, but sometimes that can get spotty if you go a little bit too hard. And of course, South Point Catholics, Lathan Ransom, we know how good he is in the state. And now Panther fans are starting to get it, but maybe he went a little bit too hard in this practice, blowing up one of his teammates in the end zone. Listen, Bryce Young telling him, the quarterback, we want to see that, just not right here and right now. You gotta kind of taper it down a little bit. Just bring it down just a one notch or two. But listen, I love the intensity, Spurge.
I love it. I love to just see Arizona guys on the map on the big stage, regardless of what they're doing. I think these funny moments help the state. I think they're just good for people to get to know who they are. Now someone's going to look up his name, say, "Oh, he's from Arizona." That's cool. So I think it's fun, and that's going to be exciting to see. So I'm definitely excited to see what he does out there in Carolina. I feel like the NFC South as a whole is just loaded with Arizona ties in general. So it's definitely going to be an exciting division here in the Valley to watch a lot of NFC South football this year. But definitely, that's always cool to see.
That is a good point. Now, Claudia, you're the resident parent out of us three, so I got to throw this one at you. This is a cool thing. I've never seen this before as far as preseason, off-season. Brophy football went for a senior father trip in nature, in trees. That's great chemistry. Obviously, several captains in there as well. Claudia, as a parent, how much would this mean to be part of?
I honestly saw this and I immediately jumped ahead 17 years in life and thought, oh, I hope I get to do something like this with my daughter one day. And of course, it made me emotional, which is ridiculous because we have so long before I'm at that stage. But I honestly think it's so valuable for both the kids and the parents. There's not a lot of times, if maybe it was different for you, but when I think about high school, you're so focused on your friends and your sports, and like you're kind of not spending as much time focused on your family. And it's kind of your last chance to do that before you go off to college. And even if you stay in state, the dynamic shifts. So I just think it's an important way to really bond fathers and sons and parents with their kids. And yeah, throw people in nature. I'm going to be the first advocate of that. I'm sure that there amazing memories were made doing this. And I hope it's a tradition that they've done and sticks around, because I wasn't there, but I can only imagine how beautiful it was.
And flag football, let's get some mother-daughter action going on over here with these retreats. How about that, right? For this last tweet, though, we're going to go to San Pascal High School, and thank you to Miguel Rivas for posting this, because this I have not seen either. A lot of firsts here on Social Spotlight this week, but they're looking for a triple XL helmet to fit their 6'5", 320-pound sophomore.
Sophomore.
Sophomore. He is a sophomore. And you know what? I really feel for him. So if you hear anything, if you know anything, I've seen some custom helmet suggestions in the replies. Please reach out to Miguel Rivas or San Pascal High School. But y'all, I have not seen this Spurge. Have you seen something like this before? Because usually I have a big head, don't get me wrong, but like the helmets fit, you know what I mean?
Not at all. No, I've seen some guys have to get like custom cleats, and I've known like someone like Shaq has sent football players cleats before because he's used to it with his size 20 feet or whatever he's got. But yeah, if any teams or programs have gone through this or coaches and the helmet is still around, feel free to hit them up. I'm sure they can get, designed the correct way for their school and all that. But definitely, any way you can help, it seems like getting those helmets is not cheap. So if anybody has experienced this in the past, decade or so, and they've got a good helmet that's still good to use, definitely hit them up and send it their way.
Yeah, and you can reach out to us too. We'll get you connected. Whatever works. We wanna help this kid out for sure. But that's all we got for Social Spotlight.
Eliav, thanks so much. We've had so much fun on Social Spotlight, and gosh, I just can't wait for the football season. We're almost there, just a few more weeks. You can catch all of our content leading up to the season. We'll have plenty of media day coverage and all kinds of different things across the state. You can find it on sports360az.com and tune in right here on Bleacher Talk.
I can bank when I want, where I want.
I can show my school spirit with every purchase.
I get rewarded for all I do with them, like a rate discount on my first auto loan.
And they partner with the school I always root for.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? Okay, all right, ready, let's go. I'm so excited.
Grit is in you. It's in your passion, your perseverance. It's in every challenge you face and overcome. Grit is in you. It's never in rockin' protein. Never settle.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Grit is in you. It's in your passion, your perseverance. It's in every challenge you face and overcome. Grit is in you. It's never in rockin' protein. Never settle.